Once upon a time in a faraway land, there lived a rich man named Mr. Pinchpenny. He was so rich that he had more gold coins than he knew what to do with. But Mr. Pinchpenny wasn't happy. In fact, he was the most miserable rich man you ever did see. Now, Mr. Pinchpenny loved his gold coins more than anything in the world, and he kept all of his coins locked up in a big, heavy safe. He wouldn't spend a single penny on anything, not for food or clothes or even for a nice warm fire to take the chill off in the winter. Mr. Pinchpenny hoarded his gold coins, and the more he saved, the more miserable he became. One day, Mr. Pinchpenny got an idea. He decided that instead of keeping his money locked up in his safe, he would bury it in his backyard. That way, nobody could steal his gold coins, and he would be able to save even more. So Mr. Pinchpenny spent the whole day digging a hole in his backyard, and then he buried his gold coins and covered them with dirt. At first, Mr. Pinchpenny felt much better. Now that his gold was buried in his backyard, he knew that nobody could get to it. Then he started to feel a little bit better. But after a while, he started feeling miserable again. You see, Mr. Pinchpenny still had his gold coins, but now he couldn't do anything with them. He couldn't buy anything, and he certainly couldn't enjoy the gold coins by having them made into something useful. Because if he used his gold coins to buy something or to have something made, then someone else would end up with the gold coins. And that's just what Mr. Pinchpenny didn't want to happen. As time went on, Mr. Pinchpenny became more and more depressed because all of his hard-earned gold was buried in his backyard and it was no good to anyone. It wasn't bringing him any happiness, and it certainly wasn't bringing any happiness to anyone else. Then one day, a very wise hermit saw how sad Mr. Pinchpenny was, and the hermit came over to see if he could help. "Mr. Pinchpenny," said the hermit, "why are you so sad?" Mr. Pinchpenny sighed very heavily and said, "Oh, hermit, I have all of this gold buried in my backyard, and it is no good to me. I can't take it with me when I die, so I thought that I would bury it in my backyard and save it. But now I just feel terrible every time I think about all of my hard-earned gold sitting in my backyard, buried in the ground, doing no good for anyone." The hermit smiled and said, "Mr. Pinchpenny, you already have the answer inside of you. You just need to find it." The hermit then handed Mr. Pinchpenny a small shovel and said, "Go to your backyard and dig up some of your gold." When Mr. Pinchpenny heard these words, he felt a smile spread across his face for the first time in years. He thanked the hermit and ran to his backyard. And although Mr. Pinchpenny had buried his gold coins deep in the ground, it didn't take him long at all to dig them up. And as he dug up his gold coins, he felt lighter and lighter, like a huge weight had been lifted off of his shoulders. From that day forward, Mr. Pinchpenny was a very happy man. He spent his days making gold coins into beautiful works of art, and he shared his gold with everyone in his town. And everyone in his town loved Mr. Pinchpenny for his generosity. And that is why, my little friends, we must never hoard things, because things are only valuable if we use them and share them with others. If we try to hold on to things too tightly, then they will become worthless, no matter how much they may seem to be worth. The end.